Shalom, first and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the brothers that are doing this work in true sincerity. And we're going to jump right into the lessons. This is 1 Samuel 3 and 1. It says, "And the child Samuel ministered unto the Lord before Eli, and the word of the Lord was precious in those days. There was no open vision." So, there was a period of time where the Lord wasn't really dealing with the nation as a whole. He set up. There wasn't really that prophets out there prophesying. There was no. There was really no direct connection or close connection between the Lord and His people. Basically, He was just letting them just be in wickedness and judging them for it. He set up judges and priests to minister those things. And Eli, he was a priest and he was a judge for Israel. But he was being lukewarm in his duties. He had sons that he allowed to basically go off and execute the Lord's office deceitfully. And that's what you see going on nowadays. The Lord has a remnant of prophets that He put out there, that He has put out there to declare the judgment of the Lord and to seal the elect. But for the most part, it's like there is no open vision. Meaning that Israel as a whole, the so-called Black and Native American, they're not really caring or paying attention to what the prophets are saying. When things, and think about it, that we're in a state of the world's in a state of prophecy fulfillment. The world's moving at a very fast tempo, and the majority of people still in darkness. They have not taken heed to any type of vision, even though there is visions being out there. But these visions, if you notice that the visions that people have and that the prophets talk about, the elders talk about, the only ones that are going to get those visions are going to be the elect, are going to be the men of the Lord that have the understanding to begin with. And if you look at it on a grand scale of things, it's a very small number. So even though there's prophets prophesying out there in the highways and hedges, and there's individuals having visions and dreams that are relating to prophecy, if you really look at it, those are only for the remnant. Those are only for the elect and the 1/3 to take heed to. As the rest of the world, or the rest of Israel, so to speak, is in a state of darkness. So let's go ahead and get a few scriptures. This is Proverbs 29:18. It said, "Where there is no vision, the people perish, but happy is he that keep the law." So it said, where there is no vision, the people perish. And the people are perishing, man. 2/3 of our people are going to perish, as a matter of fact. And as we said before, the vision that is going out it's not for everybody. It's not for the majority of the people, because they're not going to take heed to it anyways. Basically, the visions that are going forth from the prophets and apostles, a great millstone. And when I say visions, I'm talking about spiritual enlightenment, spiritual teaching, spiritual understanding of the world events. That's a vision. Because the prophets, you got to understand that they were called seers before they were called prophets. They said before the things that were going to happen, and that's exactly what we're doing in this day and age. So you can liken it like that. You can liken it to to that word vision. You can liken it to prophesying. Because when you prophesy, you're speaking of things that are to come. When we speak of World War III, we see that in our mind already. We envision that. When we speak of the RFID, the microbeast, the microchip, Salakia, we envision that, man. We have a imagination that envisions it. The Apostle Kabar said, you got to visualize the scriptures. And that vision or the understanding is only for the remnant at this day and age, man, at this point in time. Because 2/3 of our people, which is if you say that Israel is as numbered as the sands of the sea, and 2/3 of Israelites are going to die, even if you're talking about here in America, or just here in America, or so-called continental United States, which is going to be destroyed by nuclear fire, then that's a larger number too, compared to the remnant and the elect, which is going to be a small number. So you can say in partly that we're in Israel as a nation is in a state of no vision. You know, they have the Lord has blinded their eyes that they may not see. And it's crazy because even though the word is being preached and people know about it, the Lord is still blinding their eyes. Because he doesn't want them to receive that vision. He doesn't want them to receive that salvation because it's not for them. And that's the cold hard facts of the truth. You know, we preach that here at Great Millstone, we preach that the message of salvation is only for a small number. It is not for the entirety of the people. So once again, in Proverbs 20:19, when there is no vision, the people perish. But he that keepeth the law, happy is he. And keepeth the law is basically what we're doing right now. We don't base salvation on the law, but we keep the law in our captivity. To the best of our ability, we keep the law. And we understand that we can't keep the law perfectly. That's why there is a grace. And that's why the blood of Yahushua is needed for our shortcomings in keeping the law till the day that Yahushua, under the new covenant, will put the law in our inward parts. But nevertheless, our willingness to obey is what sets us at a better state than everybody else. It says, "Servant will not be corrected by words, for though he understand, he will not answer." See that, and that's the majority of our people as well. They are not corrected by words. All the videos that brothers put out, all the edification that brothers put out, all the counsel that brothers put out, our people are not corrected by words. Because where it says here, "For though he understand, he will not answer." It says, "Seest thou man hates his word, there's more hope of a fool than him." So our people are not corrected by words, man. And they may say they understand the concept of the Israelites, and they may say they agree with it to a certain degree. But when it comes down to it, they really don't believe. You don't see people moving like that. When I'm talking about people, I'm talking about 2/3 of our people. Like we always say, the so-called Black, Latino, Native American. He ain't moving like that. He ain't moving in correction. He ain't moving in obedience. He's moving in disobedience and rebellion. The sins of our people, they just continue to wax worse and worse, man. They're still niggers, they're still spics. They're still out there exceeding the wickedness of the so-called white man. And there's only a small remnant of men, and the 1/3, which was women and children, that including that as well, that have a willingness and a spirit to take heed to these words. So the vision is not for everybody, man. The vision is not for the majority of people. Because everybody else, like we read in Proverbs 19, are doomed to perish. That's going to go into the famine of the word. there's going to be the famine of the world is going to be a time of no vision, where there's not going to be no opportunity to understand or to take heed or to learn these scriptures, and that grace period is going to be over. That's going to be the time of no vision. That's when the prophets are going to be cut off completely, and that's going to be a time when most likely the elect are sealed, and we're in a state of martial law, where they're going to ban freedom of speech. They're going to ban, they're going to have all kinds of draconian laws and restrictions upon men of the Lord. And that's going to be a time of also no vision. You're not going to be able to go on YouTube and look up the prophets. You're not going to be able to ask questions. You're not going to be able to inquire of the truth. That's going to be a time of no vision. So we get right here, Amos 11, behold, the days coming, says the Lord power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the word of the Lord. And it says that they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Most High, and shall not find it. There will be a time of no vision, man. It's going to be a time where the prophets will be silenced by the Most High. And it's just, judgment's going to just keep on coming down. Till the Lord throws nuclear missiles at this place, and the elect are beating them to the chariots. So now there is a vision or prophecies going forth for the elect to be sealed. But there will be a time where that prophecy or that vision is going to be completely cut off. We're going to be like in the time of 1 Samuel, no open vision. So like the elder Yashawamba said, take advantage of this grace period. Take advantage of grace. Learn the scriptures. Get yourself right with the Lord. Most High willing it was edifying. It's a real quick lesson. I don't give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Call halal Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Brothers, keep on pushing. Shalom.